Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to check on Bitcoin. Okay, I've been having this kind of questions in my class on WhatsApp, and there is one I opened on a Telegram channel, and I've been getting a lot of questions about, is Bitcoin going to keep falling or is Bitcoin going to rise? Okay, now in today's video, I'm going to be explaining what you need to know about the fall or the rise of the Bitcoin. What do we need to expect next in the Bitcoin market? Okay, and now everything I'm going to be doing here is going to be about price action. I'm not saying this is what you need to go out there and practice. I'm just saying if you look it from my direction, you could understand the movement of the market. Okay, so everybody should stay close and watch carefully. Now, from from last year August to October to about December, Bitcoin was about, I don't know, was a very low currency that time, but it keeps pumping. Okay, no one ever noticed that it's going to pump up to that stage, but it did anyway, right? Now if you watch it very well, right from I think March, I don't know, I think March, it started pumping here. The uptrend started from that point. After breaking out of this area, Bitcoin just try, instead of finding resistance there, just broke out of it, start going, and then the uptrend started from that point. So ever since then, no downtrend has ever happened, right? Even as Bitcoin managed to find a downtrend here, it didn't. Just came here, got some liquidity, and then pops up. Same thing that happens in here. Okay, now there is a fall here. We managed to trade this fall. We managed to trade this fall from in here because it pops up, just come back a little bit, and then I was thinking after popping up, something like this could happen, and then continuation, right? So I think I traded it from here. I put my stop loss below the pin bar candle here. Let me just try to redraw this. From this pin bar candle here, I put my stop loss in here, trying to manage to get this kind of profit, right? It just tries to go up, comes back in there, and then broke my broke through my stop loss. Then I realized there's a chance that Bitcoin is going to fall, right? Then I called out this entry from here, that we're gonna sell Bitcoin after the breakout here if it got retraced, right? And watch what happens in there. Just a little bit of retracement, and then this big candle happens. Then we entered a new entry here, and then we bagged this profit here, right? Because that is where you're gonna find, as a possible point for Bitcoin to find support, right? So after then, I figured Bitcoin is going to rise, continue rising. Then I saw this support here. Now this support you're supposed to find Bitcoin was supposed to find support here, right? But it couldn't gather some liquidity, and then the fall happened. What do you expect after the fall? You were expecting that after this fall happens in there, after this fall happens in here, a retracement would happen, and then more falls will happen. This is what I said. There is a high chance that Bitcoin is still going to keep falling till further notice. I don't know when, but if Bitcoin couldn't find a liquidity to pump up a little bit, I don't think it's going to continue going higher. But if a fake out happens in there, and then maybe the next candle just pop in, bounce off of it like this, then we could say maybe Bitcoin is giving us a fake out. But here, what happens in here is a chance that Bitcoin is going to fall, because this is a perfect reversal pattern. Okay, Bitcoin was trying to manage to get liquidity and then reverse, so there's a chance it will keep doing like that and keep falling. I don't know, probably we're going to be focusing on somewhere here. Before we can go long, because I can see a break of market structure, a new break of market structure. See, when the market was here, just pop up, keeps pumping, right? It fell. Now it managed to do what? To give us that big move. So there is a chance that even if it managed to go lower, it's going to find support somewhere. But where is it that you're gonna know how to, how this market is going to pump up? Where is it that we're gonna buy from? And as for now, I'm thinking this market is going short. Bitcoin is going short with the sign, with what I saw here. Bitcoin have a potential to go short. So we're going to be looking for sell opportunities. Now let's get started. And if I want to draw out my zones, I'm going to be focusing on there's a zone here, right? This zone acted as a support some time ago, because if you watch closely on the daily candle, you'll see here, you watch here, and then here, right? The market went there, fall, in there, fall, right? Broke out of it. After breaking out of it, what do you expect? You are expecting a retracement, right? After the retracement, then you go long. That is how we've been trading the Bitcoin market. This zone here has been one of the most sensitive zones that I've been watching ever since Bitcoin started falling and then start pumping back up. Okay, now I'm going to focus on here. There's a chance it is supposed to find support here because of these highs, right? But I'm thinking it is not going to find support here. It's just going to keep falling until it gets to this zone here. But if Bitcoin wants to maintain this trend line, because I was trading with this trend line sometimes, some months back, I was trading with it. As you guys can see, Bitcoin pops off from there. That is where it found support. So I note this zone down. Now this zone might be a zone whereby Bitcoin is going to find support. Now it pops up. After popping up and breaking the market structure, instead of continue from here, it didn't happen, right? Now something like this happened, and then a retracement. Now there's a chance before Bitcoin should find liquidity. I'm looking forward into selling this from here to here, and then my stop loss above it. I think that is a good risk reward. I think about 2.5, I don't know, risk reward ratio. I think it's a perfect ratio for my trading, because this structure is now acting as a resistance, right? If I should draw out that zone, the support is now acting as a resistance here, yes, this structure. Okay, this zone is acting like as a resistance. There was a resistance before, but price broke above it. Instead of gathering some liquidity from the pumping up, you see, price went in there, right? Came back and respected this zone, right? Then pops up, breaking out of this. Now after breaking out of that zone, price did what? Came back to that zone. Instead of getting to the zone and then popping up, watch what happens in there. See, a perfect indecision candle with a bearish engulfing. Perfect indecision with a red big bearish engulfing candle and an accurate rejection candle there, trying to let you know that this zone, a lot of possible sellers are in there, waiting to short this market downwards. So there's a chance that this market is going to go short, and then you can put your stop loss somewhere above this zone. So it gives you enough risk to reward ratio, about 2.5, I don't know, 2 point something risk reward, about 2 times more of your risk. Because this is where I'm looking for possible buyers. Why? It's because this zone has acted as a resistance some time ago. Now price broke below it and turned it into new resistance. Then it found support at that zone. So there's a chance that we're going to find new support here after this fall. As you can see, market got there, fall, right? It pops up, now comes back in there, fall, right? Broke out of it, retraced, and then finally gathered some liquidity here, and then instead of gathering some liquidity from here, it's still coming back to that zone, so which is trying to let us know that this is where the liquidity are forming. Now we are out of this first phase, which is low. Now we are now in this second phase, which is a new low but still high. That is the concept of an uptrend, right? Even if this is low, this is low but still high, which is letting you know that we are in an uptrend, but the market could just fall a little bit and then gather some liquidity before we pop up and then start continuing the trend. Now this is why I said I'm looking forward into shorting Bitcoin, which means selling Bitcoin, because I believe Bitcoin is going to fall to about 39k possibly before we could see some liquidity pumping, start pumping it upward. But if it shouldn't find liquidity in there for possible buyers, I'm thinking we are going to see more falls in the market. And if more falls should happen, there might be some sort of a zone like this might be created here, where the market could start ranging. Okay, where the market could start ranging, or possibly finding a head and shoulder pattern and giving us a nice fall, or possibly from that fall from there it might continue pumping up. Depends on what the market condition is trying to tell us. But I'm looking forward into selling Bitcoin till it pops up to this price here, about 38 or 37k. I'm looking forward into that kind of zone, before we could see possible buyers. But I'm thinking Bitcoin will fall, right? It'll keep falling until it's find a place where it could gather liquidity, like this zone that I spotted out here. Trying to explain to all that it was a resistance. Now it has been broken. It became support. Now if Bitcoin is not going to find support at the top again, there's a chance, if it's not going to find support here again, now breaking out of this, there's a chance that after this retracement it can fall here and then gather some liquidity before going, or it might fall and break out of this zone and then come back here. And then but right now the movement of Bitcoin is letting us to know that we are going short. Okay, there's a chance that we are going short, and my entry is from here, right? Okay, my entry is from here, stop loss above the green zone, and then my profit is here. So that's about 2 risk reward ratio. I hope you guys understand what I mean by Bitcoin falls and rise, and I hope you learned a lot in this class. I'll see you guys in the next video.